afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. Between the south, we got Gentlefox fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the German army here, for the 21st Panzer Division, tasked with breaking the Brits in the north under the command of Hector, fighting for king and country, for the 7th Armoured Division, tasked with clearing out the Huns and slowly pushing onwards towards Berlin. We got immediate choice of Jaeger infantry here for Gentlefox, with infantry and a bunker bulletin, versus Hector with mobile assault vanguard and Royal Engineers. Double infantry and a single anti-tank bulletin there. Standard MG42 Grenadiers start there for Gentlefox, with Hector going for a Vickers start there to support the section. He moves westward towards the fuel there, briefly considering sandbags here, but apparently deciding against it. And the Vickers in the meanwhile is moving eastwards. A bold move there from Hector. Splitting up your machine gun lat, though, always tends to be a rather risky proposition. We'll have to see, though, how that one pays off for Hector. Meanwhile, though, Gentlefox is much more focused towards these state Grenadiers, MG42s, Pioneers, all stout German soldiers. Moving eastwards there, we got a second section on the way for Hector, going up here to occupy the house, secure it, and provide intelligence for the rest of the German forces. This is Ludwig. Yeah, Ludwig, what's up? Nothing. I just wanted to say this is Ludwig. Shut up, Ludwig, or we'll have Heinz take over. Pioneers moving eastwards there, grabbing the point there. Nothing further going on there. And Vickers now moving towards the centre. Looks like he just intended to grab a few points and then something to sort of occupy the centre. Shootout here. Mortar on the way for Gentlefox. Probably in response here to the early mortar. Quick grenade there for there. Can come stall and make that harder here. Sandbags there. An interesting setup there actually by Hector. It's actually a pretty good one since there's no real immediate heavy cover. They can't be used because there's a bunch of light cover in the way and can sort of cover the area here. So that's actually a pretty interesting setup there by Hector. Pretty interesting. We'll have to see how that one works out, but definitely an interesting sandbag there. MG42 Pioneers coming territories here. Mortar moving up, the 8cm Granadenwerfer. Usually part of a battalion's heavy company. Might have been company heavy platoon as well. I think there might have been a few there as well. Battalion-wise, there might actually be sort of more towards the heavy mortar there, actually. I can't quite remember sort of the distribution of mortars and artillery there. There was some things here and there, and of course would have depended also on the type of division. We got mortar fire raining down there in the Vickers, Grenadiers firing back there and forth. Doing some nice damage, pointing and grab at the section there. Almost knocking that one up. We got Vickers moving down there into the MG42 with Pioneer support there. Out, rather exposed. I mean, there is light cover. The problem it can cover tends to be sort of, you get what you see basically. In this case, the cover is not really covering here, so in that regard, you should have been sitting up right there. In this case, it does not wag out. The MG42 pushes back the Vickers crew there. Grenadiers moving up here more aggressively, possibly in response trying to flank, but it's already a bit too late there for them to make anything. Mortar could move up a bit further in the west of it. Grenadiers versus a section. Catching him in a bit of an awkward situation there. Also note again, a lot of the Grenadiers exposed again, the what you see is what you get principle. I mean, the chaps here, for example, is going to be covered, but the others are actually going to be exposed here. And of course here, Alf is an idiot and is really exposed. So right there, of course, quickly a Grenadier lost there. Overall, this is going to be a good engagement for Hector since most of his men were actually in cover, whereas for Gentlefox it's not quite the case. So the mortar here pushed them out, changing suddenly things in again. All of a sudden, they got no cover. Even though they're there, they'll only get sort of the cover bonus for shooting faster, but not the cover bonus for not getting shot. So that was suddenly here an engagement. We could sort of see suddenly a lot of change in the cover dynamics, going suddenly from bad to good to bad again for Gentlefox. And now, up close there, the section will just beat the remaining Grenadiers there. Had he positioned himself a bit better, he probably could have won that engagement. At the same time, though, we could see that all that was happening. He went here for an aggressive push of 4. Hector's cut-off point. Hector there with Sappers are already a double Vickers as well, allowing him to much more easily control Gentlefox's infantry. MG42 they're firing away with 1,200 rounds per minute, roughly. Mortar thing up there. Grenadiers reinforcing, take up down as well there for Gentlefox and the 21st Panzer Division, which amongst other things fought in North Africa, got, well, more or less destroyed since it wasn't allowed to retreat. Only a few veterans survived, then rebuilt in Normandy, but really didn't get enough of the tanks that actually supposed to have, in fact, none of the equipment, so it had to make do, for example, with a large amount of converted French equipment, and also French tanks, so those were put away shortly, in fact, before Normandy by a sheer stroke of sheer luck, I think. And then they still didn't have enough tanks, but they got a Panther Battalion from the 2nd Panzer Division, which in return received one from the 116th Panzer Division. So the 116th Panzer Division, though, did not have a Panther battalion when it entered into Normandy, because that battalion was elsewhere. But sort of like a bit of fun facts there, and again, they received a lot of equipment. In fact, they would have been probably one of the few elite divisions that could actually set their fully equipped with half-tracks, or in this case, French half-tracks that have been turned into armoured personnel carriers. But there you go, smokescreen up here, round the cutoff point there to avoid this Vickers there. Good move by Gentlefox, sharp move there, good use of smoke. At the same time, look, Hector trying to defend it with some sandbags there, also a good move. Though this time, though, he's setting up something a lot more effective for coming the cutoff point, a mortar emplacement. So that's a bit more foresight there, of course. On Crossroads, it also covers a fat chunk of the map. Certainly one of the bigger issues with Crossroads, which is it's pretty damn easy to pull this one off, and it's a lot harder. I mean, that's not to say it's without counters. For example, if you get a flamethrower up close, it could do basically damage through here. In particular, flamethrower half-tracks are pretty good for that. Little note there for those unawares. You can basically attack with a flamethrower half-track through here, and similarly down here if they set it up there. Though, of course, your opponent will probably try and counter it. In this case, though, setting up a machine gun bunker, he's going to be in for a rude awakening there, and I'm surprised he didn't anticipate that one. But there you go. In this case, 150 manpower waste. At least he was able to cancel it before the nation were utilised. But that's got to feel a bit rubbish. Then the West, though, Pioneer sitting in the Western Field Point there. He's got the Light Mechanised Company up. Pack 40 up there since he's worried about an armoured car there from Hector. And the 7th Armoured. House collapses under British mortar fire there. Grenadiers occupying house then leaving up for the MG42. There again, close to the mortar emplacement. I'm less sure that's going to be a grand idea here for Gentlefox. I'm less sure that's going to be a grand idea. Trying to catch the section of running around in circles here. Mortar emplacement so far, more preoccupied with the bunker. Although that might soon change, then we can see here that Gentlefox perhaps is realising that he's still within range of the mortar emplacement and decides it's a good idea to find a better spot for the MG42. Back here, base, nothing further going on for Gentlefox. MG42 Grenadiers moving westwards. He's going for a double mortar here, going for the second there. So he's probably got to try and see if he can't knock out the enemy mortar with it, but just somehow apply pressure from safer points there that way. It's a bit hard to say we're specifically thinking with it, but he could definitely end up doing a bunch of damage with it if set up correctly. Plus, of course, lay down a ton of smoke. Section identified, they're trying to defend the fuel point. He's grab it back. He might want to consider Hector to attack the eastern territories right now, since they're pretty much exposed. Just a quick detour there to explain and point that out. Sometimes they're going to be a opponent focused on one side of the map. You might want to try and hit the other side of the map. Not all maps are equally good at allowing for this. Crossroads, despite its small size, does allow for sort of easier swings in terms of map, whereas others tend to be a lot less favourable for that, which can be utilised by some factions and players. But we got Vickers here, sectioning westwards, other Vickers covering here, but not quite within range. Sandbags, I think, roughly around here would probably cover it much better. Sort of the fuel point there. Just a small consideration there. Pit in the hole there, still about there, but obviously not going to see any usage. We got further take up for Gentlefox and the 21st Panzer Division. MG42, they're going to do support dealing with the section. They've got the Vickers now moving up a bit late, though, a bit late. In this case, the crates got wrecked, so you can suddenly use the sandbags there against Hector's. Obviously, well, initially a good idea, long term, less good idea. A nice idea though, attempted, but just execution-wise, well, the ultimate result wasn't good. We got mines here though from Hector, good. You could of course also consider weapon racks and armoured car, and this of course is planning on rushing straight for tanks, which could be a good idea. The problem is just with the fuel control he's currently having, it's not quite working out there for Hector either. And he's yet to choose a doctrine, but we got a lot of mortar fire here. But there you go, he's finding into these other sections and such. You might also want to move out of Vickers to support it and keep it covered as well. We're going for the victory point and the fuel point there. A few sandbags here and some mines. There you go. In fact, good spot there. C-Spanner gun's going to knock out the remains of the bunker. And such bunkers would have been a lot more common, especially on the eastern front. That's not to say they didn't have any sort of other meshes, though. For some sort of one you just need to dig a hole in, they could sort of tip the machine gun nest or bunker right over into it. It doesn't get a lot of talk about it, but it did exist. I don't know how common it would have been on the western front, though, but it was basically meant to sort of be an expedient measure for just setting down a bunker. So they're basically prefabricated. Again, just dig a small hole, tip it in, and it's good to go. Sabotator's going to up close. We've got the G43 up in mines as well here. Gentlefox obviously taking his opponent's capability to lay down mines very seriously. Good work there. Sappers losing up to the Grenadiers up close. We've got another push for the centre support here by the Vickers machine gun and quick suppressing the Grenadiers. Mortar coming from behind the hedges, and a nearby one also providing a bit of support. Section with sandbags there, good work by Hector. Section advancing, there you go, quickly occupying the house. Mortar crew falls back there. Gentlefox is swift on the response there. No support armor core yet though. He might want to get that one pretty fast there versus Hector, who is certainly fast in getting out the company command post. He could try and rush out a Centaur here versus Gentlefox, but obviously with the fuel situation he might feel initially more confident with a cruiser tank, a Cromwell, to help deal with the infantry, but of course also with any armor. Panzer gun is on the way there for Gentlefox and the 21st Panzer Division. Another fun fact about all of these French half-tracks that were converted, there were some pretty unique designs, and some in fact which would later be adopted for the 251. I wouldn't say if they were sort of specifically caused for it, but for example you had a Pack 40 mounted on one sort of half-track there, which would later become rather standard for 251 half-tracks, for example, sort of serve as tank destroyers that way. You also had a more unique design of basically a series of mortar tubes strapped to the back of one, and that way basically used sort of as a mobile mortar barrage. And finally, you also had one with Katyusha rockets basically strapped onto it. While those things were actually primarily used by the Waffen-SS, and you don't hear much about it. In this case, though, the 21st Panzer Division managed to have a bunch of their own Katyusha rocket launches sort of there in Normandy. And that's sort of one of those things I always find a bit sad, you know. You always hear about the SS, but you never hear about the 21st Panzer Division, despite them having some, I would say, more of the unique equipment of all the divisions in Normandy. Grenadiers being attacked by sappers, and the section there quickly pushed away. You also noted by ambush camouflage, further increasing the defensive firepower. Nice work there. So Palmer crop for Gentlefox, so he can soon go for the Panzer IV. Hector can also go for the Cromwell tank. With the advantage of British teching, it is overall a lot faster and cheaper than say German teching, meaning even as a German you have a slight advantage over the British. You can still end up being hit with a tank before you can get out of a tank under most circumstances. So that's a little detail there, but right now though Hector is controlling both fuel points, obviously less of an advantage now there. And there you go, Vickers holding back. But they've got actually a sniper out here for Gentlefox, supporting the 21st Panzer Division's advance against the Tommies. MD-42 Grenadier sappers moving eastwards there at the same time. Looks like he might just be trying to keep occupied here on the west while he makes for a bigger push towards the east. Certainly a nice idea there. Cromwell almost done, and Gentlefox has yet to get out his Panzer IV since he's still been bleeding manpower. Power, not plower or flower. Power. Damn it. For some time there. Quick rough hit there. And decent hit there, but of course heavy cover basically negates some of the grenade damage. But there you go, we got the Cromwell cruiser tank out there for Hector. Quickly adding the tank commander, which is an absolutely extremely good upgrade for the tank. Also mines covering the entrance to the base. So clearly Hector's worried about Gentlefox rushing into it. Very worried. Interesting to note there. Normally you don't see British players mining their base entrances that much. But Hector is clearly paranoid about something. Pack 40 here, they're getting outmaneuvered by the Cromwell. Let's go there for Gentlefox, but go for Hector. Could possibly knock out the Pack 40 here. There you go, good hit with the 75mm gun. Almost got it there, almost. In this case, he pulls back. Might actually have to fully pull it back now. We got sappers attacking there from the north. No, actually, pioneers, but it looked like sappers. Couldn't quite tell there from the distance. Just saw the minesweeper. There's a hardly unique, but then again, you can see up there, there's no sappers, so he should have been paying attention there instead. He lost the sapper, sadly. Also noting a mine there, troops being suppressed here by the MD-42, closing in the Veteran D2. Panzer IV, they're almost down there for Gentlefox, finally calling up Panzer Kampfwagen. Ooh, house about to collapse. There you go, gets out the last section member. A lot of mortar fire all over the place here. Map control is beginning to look a bit more dotted here, but there you go. Panzer IV for Gentlefox. Also note the 21st Panzer Division Normandy didn't even have a full Panzer IV battalion. They're actually short, I believe, one company of Panzer IVs. In fact, they've been otherwise training fully with a bunch of somewhat S-35 tanks. It rather begs the question, what happened to the remaining crew? Because again, they had a full 2nd battalion training with it. I don't think there's actually ever explained what happened to that battalion of tank crewmen. They might have actually been forced to fight its infantry, which was common actually. Probably even Normandy, just again, you don't hear much about it. There's just so many details there from World War II you just never hear much about. Section member, they're crushed by the Panzer IV. Oh, good lord, it's a massacre! Panzer IV annihilated them mostly by roadkill. Ah, Scheiße, Ludwig. I keep telling you, stop running some over. I hate having to swap Tommy out as a tank afterwards. But there you go, Cromwell trying to get the Panzer IV, trying to get vengeance for the men. Not very heroically run over. Quick shot there. Grenadiers, snipers moving out there, not much up there. So the Cromwell, we got a Pack 40 soon nearby range support. No? Oh, there we go, it is moving out. Pulling back the Cromwell for repairs, more sabs on the way there for Hector to ensure he can repair his tanks fast enough. We also cut weapon racks up, increasing his firepower there versus Gentlefox. Very good decision there. Very good decision there. 7 kills, close to veterans 1 already in the Panzer IV for the Cromwell. Also the same thing there. So only 4 kills. Moving here towards the eastern field point. Hector's yet to capture the western one though. He could probably try and rush out another Cromwell soon. Or he could of course aim for the center to that way, so try and punish the enemy infantry. Maybe some of the support weapons a bit more aggressively. Yet to see any doctrine though from Hector. Attack here, section versus Grenadiers. Pack 40 moving eastwards. Cromwell as well there, so in this case I think Gentlefox rather nicely predicted Hector's movements there. Section almost wiped. Close, but Grenadiers could also be wiped as well, but no, gets away. So pack hits on the Cromwell on the west there, not really working out. This section versus Grenadiers supported by the sniper. And nothing neatly there within range to support Ireland. Still no Bren guns there for Hector, with which to take on Harry Hun. Panzer IV, they're good to go. He could soon aim for another one. In fact, no, he's actually going for tier 4. Is he planning then to fall into a Panther? I mean, if you sort of were to go Panther IV into Panther or just straight to Panther, I would probably recommend Panzer IV into Panther. It's, well, less likely to sort of hurt you, give you more room, and sort of can still apply pressure in the meanwhile. So yeah. That might actually work out there for Gentlefox rather than just rushing straight for the Panther. It still has its risks, but at least with the Panzer IV you got some kind of base. There's some platform which the Panther can then sort of work with, meaning you don't lose a lot of map there. For example, just gone straight for the Panther. Hector could probably just get another Cromwell out in the meanwhile, and that way the Panther would find itself struggling a lot more once it sort of hit there, because there's going to be a lot more dead Germans, which isn't what the Panther wants. We got bolted sections there. We finally also got some Bren guns up there for Hector. He's probably waiting here for the bolted sections to hit before moving them out again. Cromwell moving southwards there into the Panzer IV. Pack 40 supporting as well. So in this case, Hector might be getting a bit too predictable here, and Gentlefox is certainly more than eager to take full advantage of any predictability on his opponent's side. But for the west, there we go. Grenadiers halting there. Sections ready to reinforce, and there you go. Bren guns ready. Looks like some have been double upgraded, others not. Also got light artillery barrels available, plus of course tactical movement. So far he's used 2 abilities here, ambush and G43s. I don't think he's actually used it on the MD. Oh, he actually uses it on the MD42 as well. Excellent, excellent. Nice use to have that one, which I think does tend to go a bit unnoticed by some players. Slow movement up here. Got a big assault being prepared here on the east side there by Hector. But of course further supported with a bit of mortar cover, though it would probably help if you had some smoke to that way, you know, create a smoke screen. In this case a creeping smoke barrage you would then push through with. In which case the Pack 40 wouldn't find itself with that much use at all. There you go, section pushed back, straight ahead. Again, limited support here, plus plenty of support for Gentlefox's forces here with a mortar. 6-pounder gun moving ahead. Veterans in one there. Bit of a standoff here. Bit of a standoff. Oh, he is actually laying down a smoke barrage here. Interesting, interesting. But I think he might be doing before it's ready. Also might be playing him down a bit too closely, or is he just... And then he uses it to just pull back. Interesting, I think. I mean, he probably could have placed it a bit further ahead than just lay down, in which case he could use the tank to rush through, get past the Pack 40, then once all attention was the Cromwell, he could move up the anti-tank and infantry, and then sort of clear up from the other side there. At least that's a potential idea. They got Telemans by the way down here for Gentlefox. Good work. That's a rare usage there of creeping smoke barrage. You know, again, I'm not entirely sure what he's planning there, but I guess I want to give him credit, you know, for actually using it, which again most British players never do, despite, you know, being a free-to-use smoke barrage that actually has a bit of range. But there you go, heavy Panzer crop for Gentlefox and the 21st Panzer Division. Panzer forming westwards here. And the 21st Panzer Division was in fact an elite division, it just never really got a name, so... Well, it just like any other division would have had an armband, that is an elite division, it just would have said 21st Panzer Division. Fun fact. Section moving ahead here, Panzer 4 versus Cromwell. Pack 40, those swift to support, 6-pounder gun also moving up, but a bit slow here for Hector, a bit slow. And he ultimately falls back here in the face of stiffening German resistance around the centre. But there we go, Hector also going back territory on the west, he's got mine sweeps up, and there he goes, spots artillery mine. U42 reinforcing, healing, receiving plenty of support. Cromwell, 6-pounder gun falling back there. Still no doctrine though from Hector. Still no doctrine. Grenadiers pushing forward there with the G40 fleets and their ambush camouflage. Aggressive pushing for the cutoff point despite, you know, the Morton plate being right next to it in a sense there. Bit risky there, also got the Vickers quickly setting up their defence, but quickly being rifle grenaded, 6-pounder gun cleared out. Pushing further forwards, got the Vickers. But again, he's right under the Morton placement. There you go, eventually too. He's actually feeding it some experience there. We got artillery calling here though. Trying to really sort of hurt Hector here, but could end up backfiring on Gentlefox if you're not careful. Also, he seems to nap the Vickers while he wasn't paying attention. That is while I wasn't. Not bad there. Bit of damage here, but not too much. In the west, his sappers push, well, just harassing a bit there. He can actually go for the Panther now, the Panzer Kampfwagen 5. He could also aim for the Panzer, or the Sturmpanzer 4. We shall have to see though what it is Gentlefox goes for against Hector. Hector at this point in theory could try and prepare here for Comet. He could also go for a Firefly, but there you go, Panther on the way for Gentlefox and the 21st Panzer Division.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Veteran to one there, and the other one is also a bit of a veteran to one there. Gentlefox though, we're in good control here versus Hector at the moment.
Light artillery barrage at your
Sweeping out mines, laid down there by Hector.
Vehicles and infantry are ready to break through enemy lines.
We finally got a doctoral choice there from Hector. This Vanguard, he probably would have benefited more from it sooner on. Commandos, but also just a bit of raid operations here and there could have been a lot more nasty versus Gentlefox. Allows for much easier harassment just seizing large swaths of territory, so probably going to be a bit more efficient there. I mean, at this rate, he's probably sort of signaling, in a sense, he's going for the Crocodile. Obviously, Gentlefox won't know it, but at the same time, we should consider most docks and sort of offer something at later in there. Crocodile certainly increasingly seems likely as well. There you go, Panther out, Panzer Kampfwagen 5. Sending out there for the fatherland. Moving towards the centre there, we got 6-pounder guns section there as well. Panther 4 striking ready though. Machine guns blasting away. And the centre push forward straight into the MB-42. He could lay down a smoke screen here, you know, just cover up this angle here. We'll be able to grab it safely. But nothing there. Meanwhile, we've got a large army push here in the west from Gentlefox. There we go, Panther 4, Panther versus the Cromwell. Panther 4 fails to penetrate. 6-pounder gun running, covering fire as well. At the same time as all this time, you got to push here for the car pump. Promise getting caught here by Grenadiers. He might not be paying attention. That's going to be a wipe. Here though, Ren gun dropped, section wipe. Quite a loss in particular. That was probably his most veteran section there. Plus, I think he actually dropped a light machine gun there for Gentlefox. In which case, that's pretty bad. Another 6-pounder gun here from Hector to help deal with Gentlefox. We shall have to see though what it is specifically Hector's planning here, but certainly Crocodile seems increasingly likely. It could of course also try and go for the Firefly to help deal with the Panther. But of course, if it goes for Crocodile, he's got something that can soak up a lot of fire, but also quickly clear up machine guns and packs. And that way give a bit more ground for his infantry to move forwards on, as long as they don't walk into the burning ground. More telemines are here, by the way, from Gentlefox. Channeling down quite a few here throughout the match. Mortars, by the way, still operational there. slightly separated, then covers the larger swaths of territory, but of course less concentrated. Cromwell moving westwards there. Panzer IV though will be nearby to resist for the fatherland. Bit of shooting here, and there we go. Section occupying cover there. Panzer IV opens up, 6 pounder gun moving up support. It's both there, in fact, pretty close to each other, which does prevent good targets for the mortars if he's not careful. Panzer IV, they'll push back there, heavy fire, almost 22 though. Panther not eager to move into anti-tank and heavy territory. A sensible decision, I think, there by Gentlefox. Very sensible. Also no longer matches, so no mid-game analysis. Finally adding the Pentlemark machine gun there to the Panther. Sniper on the advancing section. It certainly very much seems like Hector is planning on the Cromwell, but Churchill Crocodile. Cromwell there taking focus from the Panther with its high velocity 75mm gun. Noted for its quite high penetrative power, but also great accuracy, which both were due to the high velocity of the shell. Most people seem to underestimate, at least a lot of them, that tend to come, say some tanks are better than others. Usually Russian tanks, and fun fact, Russians never really put much stock into velocity, they just sort of aim for caliber, which works on certain things, like for example dealing with infantry that's dug in, but tends to be not so good versus enemy tanks. Again, less accuracy, but also just less penetrative power, whereas again, velocity tends to give you great help there. In part because it also makes aiming, well, just adjusting for range less necessary, because again it just drops less, as again just got so much more power. But again, I mean, a lot of players will, people say, T-34s were great, they got a 76.2mm gun. The problem is with that one though, it wasn't that great of a velocity. While it had some punch, it didn't have the greatest punch, say, compared to Panther, or for example later version Panzer IVs, which actually with this gun had more penetrative power as well. So that's sort of some of those fun details that tend to get slightly overlooked. Again, the Russians primarily focus just on blasting their way through lines, and then sort of left destroying tanks for sort of specialized tank destroyers. Actually, that was part of their doctrine. 10 mines here, that's just to cover up the eastern side. More good work there by Gentlefox. He does seem to again be one of those sharper players who understands the importance of active tank defenses ahead of a fight. So he's basically just preparing for the next push, but also preparing for Hector to push. He's also pretty much a full pop cap here. Machine gun fire there, that's the section. Hector is just building up there for the Crocodile before pushing forwards, but at the same time, of course, just giving Gentlefox more time to build in. There goes, seems to be shifting his weight there towards the centre. Panther taking some light mortar fire there. Cromwell fixed up, close to Victim 2. Sniper fire there for Lieutenant Gottlieb there. Six-pounder gun falling back, Cromwell advancing. A lot of mortar fire there from Gentlefox's mortar battery there. Bit more focus now. There you go, ambush camouflage, there you go, section taking heavy loss. There's going to be just open up and taking a good turn hit there from the Cromwell. Managed to pick up the Bren gun time. There you go. Probably they're having that Bren gun there as well on the ambush. Did not hurt either. Heavy loss though from the mortar placement there. Closing in eventually fleet. Panther versus the Cromwell there. Panther pretty much having the advantage there to get better armor and better penetration and better range. Got the Churchill Crocodile out there though for Hector. And of course with the flares pretty much signals to Gentlefox that the British Dragon has arrived there. So that's going to be rolling out, and that's going to give Gentlefox a bit of a headache, though of course at the same time it's got to go close air support there with assistance. Sabbath moving forward, taking fire there from the German mortar crews. Got a few losses, section moving towards the centre, machine guns, Panthers opening up there. 6-pounder gun gets a penetrating gun on the Panther. Crocodile moves ahead, lurching forwards. But exposing its side here, and there you go. Panther gets a good hit with its 75mm gun. Losses inflicted. Cromwell gains 22. Gun leads push back though. Crocodile moves away, takes hits from the Pack 40, bounces off though. Panther rooming in there, penetrating it from the Pack 40 on the Churchill Crocodile, forcing it back. Baker's just remaining there. Veterans 1 fixing up the Panther behind the house here to So it can remain at the front line, but can't easily be seen. So unless he specifically knows it's there, he can't really need to just begin bombarding it, murdering the pioneers. Plans for the running covering fire, close to Veteran 2 actually. Gentlefox could consider some bunkers here and there to, you know, free up more forces, since he's got a lot of resources just floating about at the moment. Hector, of course, in the is preparing for some kind of big push somewhere. They might want to try and attack into the east, but there's overall less defences from Gentlefox, meaning he has to shift everything over from here to there. He wants to defend.
Tank and crew ready to go.
Section then reinforcing. Panther almost good to go. Got the centre victory point. Back here, nothing further going on there for Gentlefox. 6 bunny guns at ready. He could try and take up for the Comet to have that rate to support pretty rapidly here versus Gentlefox.
A capture point is being overrun.
And the 21st Panzer Division. And these sections kind of moving ahead here. And there you go, bunker up for Gentlefox. Cancelled.
One of our forward installations.
And troops moving up here, there you go, Crocodile moving ahead again. MD42 still covering again. There's just no attempt at using smoke to sort of provide covering screens there for any pushes. I mean, I think they'd give Hector's pushes a lot more strength if he didn't need to get shot at by max range, but actually the times are getting closer here. There you go, Crocodile there versus the Veteran 3 MD42 opening up. And the Germans, not the tanks. Bunker up there, we got air support called in on the western side there. RAF fighters go in there, rockets flaring. Not really doing a lot though, Cannon fire coming from the other one, there goes suppressing the mortar crew, and the nearby Grenadiers pioneers being wiped out slowly by the Crocodile. And we got a return strike here, artillery on the anti-tank guns and the retreating units, stunning the Crocodile. Looks like that was a target weak point there though from Gentlefox's Veteran 2 pack crew. More airstrikes here though. Missing the Panther 4. Clearly as in control of the anti-tank rockets is nearsighted. Tanks are firing the anti-aircraft machine guns at the passing British aircraft there, the Hawker Typhoons. Panther 4 by way now, Veteran 2 with shirts added. This time though, a bit more impact there from the RAF. Smoke machine going down there to repair the tanks back at base. Big cut here, sappers on the way, and no preparation again for sort of bigger tanks down the road, which, or even a Firefly, which again I think would really help Hector out here versus Gentlefox. Grenadiers aren't there, there's the Cromwell. Panther 4 rolling back for a bit of repairs. Grenadiers as well, ambush camouflage again. And again they got that Bren gun there, they pilfered. Panther almost good to go, Veteran 2-1 there. Cromwell push back, Panther 4 taking heavy fire from the double 6-pounder guns. Another big push towards the centre again from Hector, and again, no smoke screen there to act as support will cover it. Which I definitely think is a bit unfortunate, seeing Interpedelos just laid down a pretty covering smoke screen here thanks to the creeping smoke barrage. Crocodile moving ahead again, Cromwell need repairs. Certainly lost a few sappers there, Hector. And certainly the manpower losses from the tactical user, which again, not using smoke means he just takes a lot more losses than the other ones would need to. Just seem to take the centre victory point. Does mean it's harder for him to get out any further armour because it is just bleeding manpower. He's got plenty of fuel, but he just doesn't have the manpower. So that's a bit awkward there for Gentlefox, not Gentlefox, but Hector. Gentlefox actually got too much at the moment. And Gentlefox at the same time, though, I think could stand to be more aggressive. He's plenty got the resources to be more aggressive there versus Hector. So, I mean, he could try and make bigger pushes, trying to flank behind, you know, Hector, call in some air support at the same time. That way, maybe sort of deliver a crushing blow because he could easily afford the replacements here versus Hector. So, I mean, there's not really much reason to just sit back here, but obviously Gentlefox is feeling pretty confident about his current situation. He's not going to risk it. Troops reinforcing healing.
Crews are ready to carry out emergency vehicle repairs. Tank ready and waiting.
Section moving ahead. Cromwell moving eastwards. Not a bad idea, there's just the tiny detail of the teller mines. And there he goes straight into one. Heavy damage. Less than half health, and of course there's a Panther within range to deliver a crushing blow. And the problem is he didn't have any supporting units ready for it. It basically just blitzed the crumble ahead there, rest up everybody else. And this is the reward. There's some players that have plenty of time to prepare defense, and all this is happening. He's now actively moving up the west with the Panzer IV reserve support there in case there's an armoured attack there. But of course, with the crumble down, there's only really a Churchill Crocodile left to deal with. Panther closing in a bit too, but that was definitely not very good there for Hector. Pretty bad even. Cromwell, Crocodile almost good to go there. T2s and 34s, they're blasting out the bridge infantry from the Panther. Vickers going there for the eastern fuel point. Panther's actually falling back here. He's clearly worried there's anti-tank gun supporting the infantry, so he's not going to try and keep it too close here for maximum machine gun damage. He's just going to sort of try and keep a decent distance until he can bring up more support. And there you go, Panther 4 moving in. With its Schutzen and experience. Of course, right into the line of anti-tank guns. Veterans 1 there. Both managed to penetrate. Another hit. Oh, yeah, blitzes. And... oh! Lost it. So at the same time, while he was clearly worried, apparently he wasn't worried enough and ended up losing his Panther 4 there in a pretty sad manner. Vickers with Grenadier support here and Brent support opening up the section there. Could support with the Panther, but clearly IMAC and the double anti-tank guns will keep him less interested in just sort of pushing in there.
We're losing a capture point.
But he's going for a Panzerwerfer there to help deal with the British anti-tank and aim for some big artillery, though I think at this point he could just move up the mortars to help deal with it instead of going for the Panzerwerfer. 6 Panzer guns falling back. Hector, no sign of comets or anything else there. He's got plenty of manpower, he's got plenty of fuel. He could certainly aim for something there. I mean, certainly the Crocodile on its own is going to be a bit undergunned here in the longer term, particularly versus the Panther, which is soon hitting Veteran 2 and getting shots and thusly. Section in the centre being pinned down here by the MD-42, Veteran 3 by the way, and of course ambush camouflage. Panzerwerfer out there, usually part only of a Panzer division actually. They would not have been sort of parcelled out or sort of used in independent battalions. From my knowledge, that was actually more the Neberwerfers, which were pretty much only an independent battalion. Of course, they could be attached, but they were generally sort of only in independent battalions or batteries. There you go. The Panther gets a good hit on the Crocodile, which still did wipe the Grenadier squad there. Bit of loss for Gentlefox. The Crocodile is certainly proving to be a nasty customer there for Gentlefox to deal with. Up north, their sappers do get the fuel point, but quite a few losses.
Hammer tactics are on the way. We're going to give the enemy a bloody nose.
And there you go, it is Hammer Tactics finally. I do think it out a bit sooner, and again, maybe it had a comment out sooner. They just used smoke a bit more tactically there to support advances.
Tank commander awaiting next
and certainly Minesweeper's also very good at it. We've got a brain gun there dropped. So that means that's time for their Hector can grab back. Small push into the west, but Grenadiers, Snipers, Pioneers, we have support as well. Command bunker bases serving as sort of a line of defense there. Point of defense. We've got a machine gun bunker going up to defend the eastern victory point. Good move there. We got the Crocodile moving out though. Anti-tank and supporting sections as well. Bren guns ready to cut down some Huns. Go cover shouted, Pioneers and running, and now the machine gun brigade will have to be cancelled as it's getting focused down there by the Crocodile. We got 6 Panther guns moving up here. Panther with not enough support, but there you go. Shots fired. Vetri 2 gains still shots penetrating. Bunker almost down. Panzerwerfer firing. Panther down to less than half health here. 6 Panther guns moving forwards, by the way. He could also move backwards. You could also consider actually using rapid maneuvers to increase the movement speed. It's basically a sprint for the anti-tank gun, which is, by the way, free to use. It's just rarely utilised. But there you go. We got air support here. We got the Luftwaffe, the Stuka Kanonenvogel. Opening up there with twin 30mm guns. But we got counter-air support in here to prevent anything from moving in and pursuing. That's a bit fun. Sniper almost wiped here. Holy snot. That was damn close there. Panther also sitting out. That's pretty risky there, considering again there are roaming aircraft here from the RAF. Hector can, by the way, briefly could go there for the Comet tank, but it can't because we reinforced something. But a lot of air support in, of course, they can't shoot at each other. The game doesn't really have rules for that, otherwise I'm pretty sure the Hawker Typhoons would win this because the Stukas were a lot older and they were pretty terrible in air maneuvering. I'm not sure what kind of sort of roads the Hawker Typhoons have. I'm pretty sure they'd still be better versus stuff like the Stukas and the Stuks and vice versa. Second, they're grabbing the eastern fuel point. They're still within range of the German mortars. Almost got it ready. He can now actually call in the Comet tank. Something went down, though I'm less sure where. And there you go, Comet tank all the way for Hector and the 7th Armoured Division.
Panzerwerfer is ready for action. Fuel unloaded.
Fuel unloaded. Ready to move forwards again for the fatherland.
Adversary has slipped to 100 points.
6 pounder guns moving down eastwards.
Heavy tank awaiting orders.
Using vehicle crew repairs just to speed it up further. I mean, he's got plenty of munitions, it does make sense, though I do wish he might also make use of raid operation here and there, since it also allows him to grab territory faster.
To take a point from us.
And it's a very handy ability, which I do think gets overlooked a lot by British players. Second machine gun bunkering up there again, he's very insistent on the bunkers there. Good work by Gentlefox, Comet almost done. Panther gating the Vickers.
The bunker has been improved with an MG.
And somewhere a mine went off, probably around here. There we go, Comet tank out there for Hector. Go from the tank command, of course, for increased experience, gain an accuracy plus line of sight. Grabbing the eastern fuel point again for Deutschland. Machine gun there cleared up by rather focused German artillery fire there. Struggling moving in, there you go, Westwood's got Panther moving in, taking hits from the 6 pounder gun though to the rear. Need to be careful of that. Panther commanders were always instructed in keeping the front towards the enemy at all times, since that was pretty much the strongest point. Another penetrating hit there. Crocodile advancing, supported here by the Comet soon enough as well here. Support went to be engaged, Comet moving in, rolling ahead rapidly. Flanking hit there on the Crocodile by a Pack 40 there. Veteran, if you need to be careful with that, need to be careful. Panther down to less than half health here, Sapper supporting. Pack 40 moving up, 6 pounder guns nearby, even used, there we go, rapid manoeuvres, allowing them to sprint forwards. Panzerwerfer fire as well. Round here, out catching sappers, 6 pounder guns a bit. Pack 40 gets good in the Crocodile. Comet supporting. Oh no, looks like there's been a pathing error there. He's probably frantically trying to get away, which is only causing more problems. He's going to lose it. Oh dear, that was bad luck there for Hector. That was bad luck. And then he stuns. Oh dear, his Comet gets stunned right in front of the British fleet. Pack 40. He needs to get out of there. Quickly, lads. Get us out of here. Oh dear, he's going to lose it. Oh, gets away with a bit of luck there. Pack 40 almost wiped over British mortar fire there. That was damn close. That would have been a complete disaster there for Hector had he lost not only his Crocodile, but his Comet as well there. Panther moving in rapidly, but can't quite get the target. Veteran fleet is not far away there. Smoke into but it would still be a good move. In this case, the light cover does seem to provide the British with enough cover fire there. And there you go. They just wiped machine gun from the front and Veteran fleet there. So that was a bit awkward there for Gentlefox. I mean, he of course could have later down the road prepared with sandbags here, or a bunker the MG42 could have fought from, in which case that would not have happened. They can see the quick suppression of the section moves forwards. It's having none of that. Plus the Panther for getting a few shots with his own Pindlemat machine gun. Gentlefox was still floating on resources. Again, he's not really suffered that much, and only now should Hector's really gotten aggressive. But again, it could easily be argued here that Gentlefox should be more aggressive. We've got a gammon bomb off on the machine gun, wiping it entirely. Bad news there. Comet being fixed up, needs to repair it. Oh, he's moving away the sappers. He's trying to recruit the anti-tank gun first. Needs to get them back on the front, I suppose. And we got a second Panther for Gentlefox and the 21st Panzer Division. Gun bombs are being used to wreck the fuel cache. Gonna pushing back the section here. Comet being fixed up. Gonna pushing back the section. Not so much else happening here. He's just repairing up his tanks, preparing for other meshes. Could try and apply some pressure on the flanks though, as they just sort of more immediate focus on the centre. More infantry would not hurt Gentlefox either. As for Hector, now the Comet would not hurt him either. Now the Comet might in fact wipe the best, then again that the soon-to-be veteran fleet Panther might struggle a bit once it gets supported by a second one. And there we go, second Panther out. Bit of a rare sight to see from the Wehrmacht them to actually have 2 Panthers out and 1 actually, you know, almost veterans 3. But nice work there by Gentlefox and actually making good use of the Panthers and actually getting them somewhere instead of just getting them blown up, which is where a lot of players tend to get them. Section up for the centre, we get another machine gun bunker here.
Crocodile ready to cause all kinds of havoc.
And finally, we've got another Crocodile call up, plus again another airstrike here against Gentlefox's positions. Air suddenly live again with rockets and machine gun fire. Section though wiped though. Just got the Pack 40 there. Panther getting ready to fire barrage.
We've only got 50 points left.
Not a lot of points left there for Hector. He moves ahead here with armour. Again, very much centre focus. A bit of movement in these, but this time they're holding on the machine gun bunker.
The weapon crew are, I'm afraid, quite
Not much time left here for reconnaissance for Hector, and that could bite him in the arse. Now it's moving the Comet and the Crocodile towards us, then getting the Panther. Rocket fire that lands on it. Bit there, Veteran 2 Panther moving up. Engaging. Gets a good hit. Veteran 1 the Comet. Nope, actually, just didn't look like it. And there we go, we got raid operation, allowing the Crocodile to grab the centre victory point, burning down the bunker there, taking hits from the Panthers, Pack 40s as well. More support here. Panther takes several hits there from rockets. Comet takes hits there from the Panthers. Other Panthers still hanging back. He could hit Veteran 3 with it, but he's clearly worried about something. Oh, 6-pounder gun shooting at it. He's cleared it out with a sniper.
Weapon crew lost.
Needs to move his tanks. He's rolling them ahead again. Fixing up the Panther there, so close to Veteran 3 section wiped up. Barely any troops left for Hector and the 7th Armoured. The assault has petered out, it would seem. Comet going after the Panther here. Fails to penetrate. Panther on the other, well, fails to hit. Panther doesn't have any issues with that. Comet's supporting, but they go getting flanked by the Pack and the Panther. Knocked out with a Panther Faust. Rear armor hit there. Another hit from the Pack 40. Veteran 3. High rate of fire and high penetration. Almost 23 on the Panther. Missed. So close there. So close. At least they're going to get wiped by the Comet Crocodile. And there we go. Hector surrenders. A desperate fight there by the end, but Gentlefox prevails for the fatherland with the several Panthers in a rare sight again. So there you go. A nasty, a bit slower fight here, a bit more sort of defensive deliberation from Gentlefox. Hector, though, I think ran into some issues here and there. Overall, could have benefited from a sooner doctoral choice and also a bit more, effort on the flanks. I think at times too over-focused on the centre, and also would have benefited more from, actual smoke screen instead from screaming smoke barrage. Rather, he ended up, wasting a lot of manpower, just sort of fruitless head-on assaults, suffering a lot there, and just splitting himself up, preventing him from making use of all the fuel he had. Which meant overall Gentlefox could just sort of play a slow game. Gentlefox, I think, could end this fight sooner had he been more aggressive, trying to apply more pressure to the flanks. And again, with the amount of resources he had, he could easily afford it, even if things went wrong there. So, some slight improvement there from both players. But overall, I still think, had some out. And again, think to display, the best way to get Panthers with each after Tier 3 and actually getting out of Panther 4 something else. Then you go for the Panthers. I think that makes sort of a more stable way of getting Panthers out, and that way making use of them. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone else, And if you do feel like supporting the Propagandacast, do consider donating, as it very much helps me out with stuff like, rent and food. Links are in the video description, where you can also find a link to sending me in replays, by the way, as well. So this is Imperial Dane signing off, and hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.